ain't gonna make it to Glasgow, I'll tell you that. I'm still in the climb here, but yeah, I'm only doing, like you can see, 71 knots there. 72. Gotta get a lot better than that. Oh boy. My fuel flow thing is giving me trouble too. It's all over the map here. It's jumping from 2.8, 3.4, 1.5, 0.6, 0.0. That's not good either. We'll see what happens here. I'm gonna level off here. I'm at 4,300 feet. See what happens. I re-flight planned, have a look at what my options were, and the cold front's just come through here, so things started changing a little bit as soon as that cold front came through. You'll notice on my my display here, it's me right there, but that's Jamestown, and you can see all the stuff starting to develop out there. There I go. I got to figure out yet where that little switch is to turn me off, because that's what I'm hitting is my own transponder code is affecting the dyno on this thing over here. Yeah, so I re-flight planned, and I looked at options for en route, and there was a few of them, but with the wind the way it is, a lot of these airports only have one runway, so I had to pick one that had a couple of runways, and also I wanted one that was close into town. As it turns out, ground speed wise here, I'm only doing 86 knots, 85, 86 knots, something like that. So there is some wind to contend with when you're used to doing over 100 knots. But tomorrow it isn't going to be any better, so I might as well just keep on plugging away, and that's why I've got that en route fuel stop built in. We'll see how it goes. You know, it's possible that I might be able to re-clear, but I don't know. I got little issues here with my fuel flow. It's not working, so I got to go strictly on temperature like I used to do in the olden days. So I think I'm going to have a bite to eat. It's already, well, what is it, 10 to 11 here right now. I didn't have breakfast. Anyway, this little old Dynon thing is working great. That's this little fella here. And like I said, I'm going to put a little piece of Velcro on them and stick them on the windshield. Because I haven't seen this before. This is something new to me. Because the weather was clear yesterday, I wasn't getting any of this, the weather data, which I think is one of the reasons why I bought it. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I've got a lot of traffic, but they're not affecting me in any way. So yeah, we'll just keep on trucking here, folks. So that's what it looks like. Just over, it was 340 some odd bucks, 350 bucks. And now I've got my own en route weather here, and of course my targets of airplanes, which show up as red if they're a problem. Let's see, like mine just showed up again right there. That's because it's just interrogated my own transponder code. So when you see that, it's right on top of you, and it's actually a shadow of you. But like I said, you got to go into the system and turn that switch off. And I haven't been able to find it yet because I'll play around with it when I get home. I know it's me, so I'm not going to get too worried about it. Anyway, as you can see, weather-wise, it's nice out here. The cold front is behind us. It's over there. That's where that weather was showing up. And up ahead, it's all clear. Nice and green. Looks like they've had a bit of rain out here. Normally I like to fly around 65 or 8,500 feet out here, but the winds are like even stronger up there, so I think I'll just stay down low, enjoy the view. I think that's a coal plant, if I'm not mistaken. It's near Washburn. Washburn, North Dakota. It's a little lumpy out here, guys, so. And I think that's the where they get the coal from, right over there. Kind of hooked right up to it with, I don't know if it's rail or if it's truck that they use. I can see a big dredge of some sort in there, that white thing. You probably can't see it, but because of this lens here, it's probably going to be pretty small. Anyway, we're just plugging along here. We're doing about 82 or something like that, 83. Now along here, as you go a little further out west out there, that's where they start with all the oil industry near Williston. Real bugger now that this fuel totalizer and the fuel flow isn't working. It was so easy before. You could just set the thing for whatever you wanted to cruise at and watch your temperatures. There's a hydro dam over there. That's that large reservoir that runs through North Dakota. That's actually a big reservoir, but its name of it is Lake Sakakawea. Runs to North Dakota. It's a real big long lake. Passed this many a times. You watch my vlogs from 2014 there, when I went to Oshkosh last time. Came past here as well. Lake Sakakawea is named after an Indian princess, I believe it was. So maybe it was Princess Sakakawea. I don't know. Well, as you can see, we're plugging along here. 84 knots, 83 knots. It's kind of bouncy out here. Bouncing around between, I was at 4,500 feet, now I'm at 4,300 feet. Yeah, my fuel flow indicator is just all over the place. Now it's indicating, for crying out loud. Let's just take a look, see how good it is. Well, it ain't any good, I can tell you that right now, because when I go to fuel remaining, it says I've got 45.6 gallons remaining. And that isn't right, because I've been flying for over 2 hours, so that's a pretty economical airplane that burns over 8.5 gallons an hour. Oh well, I guess that's something they can look at the next annual, which is due next month anyway, but Trouble with it is all these little things, you know, they're all something that just adds to the bill. It's probably just a loose wire. And if you've ever seen those wires, you probably saw them when I had the problem with my cylinder head temperature. You need some instruments to be able to find them. However, that's what you get for owning an airplane. Now, if you didn't have this instrument, which a lot of airplanes don't, yeah, you just do it by feel. That's the way I used to do it. And then I got this darn thing installed. I made life a little more easy. Just like I got this thing now, the Dynon, where I can actually just see the weather on my my tablet. It's just a Samsung tablet, and I use Flight Plan Go. It's working like a darn, man. I just a little bit of cloud out here, a little bit of cloud out there, and tells you where the rain is, tells you where the thunderstorms are. A lot better than I had before, because I had nothing. I get a bit of a feel of what's going on. Okay, we got 1809. About an hour to go. And then we'll be in wherever we're going. Sydney, Montana. Sydney, Montana is where we'll be. Then fuel up, and then we'll head to Glasgow. So all being well, we should be able to get home tonight. Which will be kind of nice because I know the dog misses me. Boy, when you're doing this low level flying, you sure get these darn bugs on your windshield. You can see we're still flying by the lake there. Very good reference point. Okay, we're doing 86 knots now, ground speed. 87, 86. Kind of up and down here. Okay, there's the Badlands. Those little orange things or red things that you see are all oil. That's nothing but oil. That's where they've got pumps and little mules, I guess they've got. And there's just hundreds of those all around here. And that's still the lake, or one of the arms of the lake that we passed. But you'll notice they just went on top of the hills of these this Badland and started drilling for oil. And in front of us, I've got a road. It's pretty flat. Like it goes from Badlands to something like this. And again, all those red things, that's all oil wells. They just scattered all over North Dakota here. Anyway, this is oil country, folks. Like it or leave it. Leave it or like it. Makes my airplane run. And probably your car. Whoop. A little bouncy here, folks. I flight planned for Sydney, and that's in North Dakota, no, Montana. And I know that airport's always had a bit of a hassle or a problem with their AWOS or ASOS or whatever they're using. But the weather is just cavoc out here. There's not just some cirrus in the sky out here. and it's windy. But if you listen to their AWOS, they're saying it's 200 feet overcast. Now that's what they were saying when I left Jamestown. Well, there's not a cloud in the sky here, clear in a belt. Now, I've seen this before. This has been an ongoing thing. I don't know why. I always thought it had something to do with a mine being nearby and it was blowing smoke across the sensors, but this is an ongoing thing. I mean, everything around here, Williston, Glasgow, Wolf Point, places east of here, they're all good. I'm just going to let you listen to this. Okay, their frequency is 119.275. Okay.
Sydney Airport. Automated weather observation. 1822 Zulu. Wind 260 at 13. Peak gusts 20. Visibility 9er. Sky condition overcast 200. Temperature 27 Celsius. Dew point 06 Celsius. Altimeter 297. Remarks. Density altitude 3,800.
Okay, you heard it first. It's unbelievable that they should be doing this. I didn't believe it because, like I said, I'd been past here before, and I thought, well, if things get that bad, I'll just whip over to Williston. So the reason why I flight planned overhead Sydney was it was a good place, has 2 runways, close to town, has fuel, and the winds are pretty brutal. Like, I mean, I'm knocking about a 20, at least a 20-25 knot headwind here. So I'm down to 80 miles an hour, or 80 knots rather. So it's, I thought, well, I don't believe it, so I thought if it's 200 feet, there's something wrong, you know, because there's nothing else in the way, and it's not like it's fog. I mean, there's a good spread temperature dew point, hardly any moisture to think of, and it's been sunny for the last 3 or 4 hours. So if there was something, it would have been burned off by now, but I don't know. Weird. So anyway, what I've got, I'm planning now is I planned overhead Sydney, and it worked out all right. I've still got reserves, so I've sort of re-cleared myself to go direct to Glasgow now, and I've got another hour, just hour 10 minutes or so to go. It's fluctuating back and forth, so I'll probably be in the air about 4 hours. I hate being in the air 4 hours. It's a long time to sit. My rear end's falling asleep. My legs are starting to get a little knotted up, so I got to do my cheek exercises. And hang on, I got to reset something here. There we go. So anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd show that to you. So this ASOS automated weather, yeah, great. And the thing about it is, the forecast, see, they do have a forecast. It was great. There's nothing wrong with the forecast. Then you look at the actual, and it's 200 feet. Anyway, I guess I could bitch about it, but it ain't going to help any. So we'll just continue on to Glasgow now, and it's, what time is it here now? I guess it's, they lose an hour or gain an hour here, so I don't know. It's an hour earlier than what it used to be, so looks like I'll be able to get in around 1:30 their time here, then 1:30 plus another. Oh yeah, that'll be better. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to keep on trucking here, folks. I'll talk to you later. Boy, those winds are really getting tough here. Look at that, 60 68 knots. Ground speed, 69 knots. Oh boy. Really fighting the headwind, getting a lot of air time here.